welcome back to more Star Citizen with me, your host, the Space Coder. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Theo Snile, how are you guys doing? Hope everybody's having a good start of the week. And yeah, Nylan, what is wrong with the Carrack, Nylan? What do you not like about our beloved Carrack? I know that a lot of Carracks were melted when the Odyssey came out, and I understand, but the Carrack is still the Carrack. It is still the thing we expected. I mean, come on, Tias. Like the Drake is good. Drake is good. I like the cat. I like the Herald as well. I like the Cuddy. The Cuddy is amazing. I keep saying this. The Cuddy Black is the yeah. The Cuddy Black is the Lotto of Star Citizen, and that's why I respect it. Yeah, I mean, Moonshadow. I still like the Carrack. So the thing here is, when you look at the Odyssey and the Carrack, you will see a lot of similarities. Both can land a ship. Both have some cargo space. Both are long range. But the differences are, the Odyssey can mine its own fuel, and it can. I'm assuming it's going to be able to. We'll see in the Q&A. But I'm assuming it's going to be able to refine everything, so you can just mine whatever, and it's going to refine it into raw materials. It can fit a bigger ship. I think I have seen people say that it can fit a prospector, but until I hear someone confirm that, I'm not gonna believe it. But the thing where, and it's a yeah, Carrack has double the cargo. That's one thing. Carrack has double the cargo, and the thing about the Carrack is that it's modular. So technically, Carrack should have more capability depending on what those modules are going to be. So we'll have to see how that goes. Right now, I think the Carrack is the better option. So the way I would see this is, you want to explore, cool. Your choice is Carrack versus Odyssey. So do you want to explore for profit? Do you want to mine? Do you want to look for resources? If yes, buy the Odyssey. Do you want to explore to discover new locations, new jump points, whatever? Yeah, if yes, buy a Carrack. Yeah, the Carrack is just cool, okay? Not everyone has heard this, but the first time I heard about Star Citizen was I saw one of the Carrack concept arts, and I'm like, where is this from? What the fuck is this? I want to have this. And then I found out what it is, where it's from, and how much it costs, and I'm like, fuck that. I think they confirmed that it's gonna have the deployable armor on the bridge. Yes, exactly. On the Carrack, your vehicle bay is independent from your cargo. On the Odyssey, you have to choose, which is pretty important. But when you think about it, the if you're gonna be mining with the Odyssey, like if you're gonna be, if you want to go to the middle of nowhere, mine with the Odyssey, I don't think you really give a fuck about bringing a vehicle because you're not gonna need one. So at that point, doesn't matter. Anyway, but my point was, if you want to if you want to explore for profit, to explore your resources, grab the Odyssey. It's obviously the better choice. If it fits a prospector, even better. If not, bring an Avenger, or bring a Terrapin or something. Actually, Terrapin is actually smaller than the Prospector. So, bring something that's going to complement that. If you want to explore, go far away. I think the thing there is that people are saying that the Odyssey is going to be more self-sustainable because it can mine its own fuel. But that's only true for quantum fuel. You can refuel hydrogen everywhere on every ship because every ship has an onboard mini refinery for hydrogen fuel. Well, it's not a refinery, but whatever. You have a fuel scoop, you can scoop fuel. But the thing with the Carrack is that if you put in a science module, and then you put like a farming module in there, you have infinite food. You can't have infinite food on the Odyssey. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so the thing I was actually considering, also Black, welcome. I was considering actually grabbing a CCU. I don't even know if I wanted to CC one of my ships to a Starfarer because I was kind of interested about the announcement they made about the Starfarer being able to refine all the ore, which is kind of interesting for me. I was considering I didn't do it. I decided to wait and try it out before I do that. But yeah, if you have something you want to CCU, grab the CCU. Worst case, you melt the CCU. Like I know plenty of people who what they did is like, okay, I would like the Odyssey, but I don't want to do it now, so they just melted some stuff, grabbed the CCU, and that's it. Anyways, let's get to mining. So so I haven't mined since 313 ish. I think. I think I haven't mined since 313. So I mean, I don't know if you want to hop down, feel free. I think you can still rent a prospector. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do, where they have like a chain of CCUs and they're just like waiting and like gonna apply them as the ships come out. And the Polaris is actually a really good choice, and I like the Polaris in its concept, and I also like the Orion. Uh, but I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get the Orion anytime soon, because when you think about it, the Orion, like I said in the last video yesterday, the Orion is essentially a mobile mining space station. So it's probably gonna come in way late in the game. Anyway, mining is easy. You just have to know where to look, and I kind of know where to look because I have a chart that that I think I stole from Reddit, that tells me how to get to the Iron Halo, where apparently you can find a lot of stuff. Everybody's coming to help. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that. I don't think we're gonna see anything. So when you think about it, you have the tiny prospector, you have the mole, then nothing, then you have the Odyssey, because the Odyssey is a mining ship, in essence. And then you have the Orion. So I don't think we're gonna get anything in between, because when you think about it, there's really no good way of doing this. Because basically, if you want to mine, you either need to use drones, which is the Orion, so you could technically have a ship that has a bunch of drones that you can deploy for mining, or you know, how about the Connie size salvage? Well, that's technically the Vulture. Technically, like air quotes. There are some couple. There are a couple of good guys there, Black. Like where you can like look into mining modules and stuff and lasers. I'm kind of YOLOing it, to be honest. The Vulture is. It is, but when you squint your eyes just a little bit, it is kind of constellation size. Yeah, there are a lot of gaps in the ships, but you kind of have to think about functionality. So what I think would be a viable option for a reclaimer-sized mining ship is have like a mothership that you can dock like 6 prospectors into. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. But obviously, you can't have a ship for every career path for every size. That just it would get repetitive at some point, and you know, technical issues. But I think eventually we're gonna have all of them, because I mean it's just a huge moneymaker for CIG to make more ships. I mean, just look at the raft, and I do like the raft. The raft is actually very cool. Anyway, oh, they fixed it. They haven't fixed it. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Did they move it to a different store? No, that's rentals. Okay, so if this is not the modules, where do I buy the modules? It's not in supplies. It's not gonna be personal weapons. Hmm. Am I sure this it is not here? Scroll. Okay, where do I scroll though?
Yeah, you gotta scroll up the top.
On which tab?
It's to the right. So it's right of armor.
Oh my fucking god. For fuck's sake, CAG. That is so stupid. Like, I'm not a UI designer, but this is bad. Ah, that is bad. I don't like this. This sucks.
I understand, yeah.
Like, at least give me like a little arrow that points to a direction saying like, hey, try scrolling this way.
No, it's gotta be hidden.
And here I was, since the PTU, thinking like, oh, do they not sell this stuff here anymore? Fuck my life. Seriously. Anyway, I was gonna buy some modules, wasn't I? No, I need something that's gonna give me better charge window. Well, thank you for letting me know. Otherwise, I would be dumb forever. Ugh. But this is CIG, just not thinking designs through. I'm used to it at this point. Optimum module, charge window size, instability. I mean, okay, that could work, I guess. Passive module charge. I mean, I have the Helix, so increased resistance doesn't bother me that much. So that's a good option, and it's passive, so that's pretty good. So I'm not gonna be just spending charges. Don't need laser power. It's not something I need right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Which other one was that? Yeah, this one. So I already have so I have the Helix mining laser. I have the filter module, and now I'm gonna have this. Why am I using the Helix? I actually don't know, but it was good back when I was mining, so I have the Helix. Let's see, utility, and it actually can pick up pretty much everything, which is pretty good. All right, Nylan, where are we gonna meet? I'm at Michael 1.
It might be a little while because I realized I had some bad luck last night, so I'm over at Grim Hex, and I need to do a thing before I come hang out with you.
Okay, go on then. Hey Aries, how are you doing?
You don't want me to go on. You don't want me to say more than that.
I imagine you might be going to jail at some point.
I mean,
Or trying to avoid going to jail.
I'm avoiding going to jail. If I go to jail, I'll be there for a while.
Who did you murder?
Well, I blew up my own ship, and I got in trouble for that.
What are the charges?
But I didn't realize the person that came to attack me about that was advocacy. I thought it was just some asshole being an asshole, so I blew up a ship and came to attack me. So I defended myself, and then I got homicide charges.
Right. So what you mean to say is that you're being wrongfully accused?
Yeah, I mean, I was blowing up my own property. I feel like that's completely legal.
No, you see, the UAE is a communist state. It's not your property. It's our property.
Why, I was unaware of that fact.
Well, now you know.
Yep.
All right. So Nylan's gonna take a little bit to join us while he.
Now I need to clear my name. You know.
Yeah, while he sorts out his legal troubles. So in the meantime, we're gonna jump on over to the R and Halo, and we're gonna probably be able to make one mining trip. So I already have 2 refinery jobs going, because I did 2 trips yesterday, and I managed to get 1 kind of a weak Quantanium trip. Ares, you can't. It's That's just it. You can't. uh, if the DPS calculator didn't exist, we just wouldn't know, because most of the stats. I mean, you can kind of tell from the grade, and once you know kind of the basic properties of each kind of component type, like you know, like industrial and military and that stuff, then you can kind of pick. But if you can't actually see the stats, you don't know. Like you have absolutely no way of knowing, not at all. And I hope CIG fixed that at some point and improved that, because it's really annoying. Because in a game of this complexity, you shouldn't have to rely on external tools, and that includes the armory. Like if CIG did their job well, the armory wouldn't exist. So you shouldn't rely on external tools like Urkel, Armory, Trade Tracker, whatever. Not trade tools to find out information about the game. But we're still too early into this whole Star Citizen thing, so we have to use external tools. But yeah, use the DPS calculator. That's all I can tell you. Like that's the best thing you can do when picking components. Otherwise, you're not gonna figure out anything. Okay, let me just pull up my map here real quick. Right, and I need to go to Hurl 4. And I need to drop when I am 8 million out. So we're going to the Iron Halo. If you guys don't know what the Iron Halo is, it's the asteroid belt that's in the Stanton system, and it's a prime location for mining. The problem is getting there right now, because right now it doesn't exist as a marker. Eventually, it's gonna block quantum travel apparently, so you're gonna have to quantum to it, pass through a gate, then go on with your travels. But right now, you kind of have to know how to get there. There are some good guys on Reddit. I pulled the map that I'm using off of Reddit. Just if you go on the Star subreddit and you search for Iron Halo, there's gonna be like 6 maps. Yeah, you know, all CIG would need to do to actually fix this is just display the stats of different components. There is a problem with that, and that is that the stats evolve very quickly, and they would have to basically go into the shop UI very often to change it. So that might be one of the reasons they're not doing it. Also, if you have community tools that are doing the job so well as the DPS calculator, at this point, why bother, really? At least until the data is no longer going to be in the game files, at which point the DPS calculator or the armory or anything else that uses game data is not going to be able to exist anymore, which is the unfortunate truth that everybody seems to deny, but that is what it is. But yeah, it is possible for him to do it. I think it's just too much effort to maintain at this point, basically. And Black, I sure hope CIG do that, but and I mean, I think they have promoted the DPS calculator at some point.
Is the hacking chip out right now? The freaking Tiger Claw.
No, I'm pretty sure you can buy others. Not sure if at Grimhex, but
The ice pick at Microtech is the Tiger Claw. The ones here at Grimhex, the Tiger Claw.
Huh? Sounds like a bug to me. But yeah, I think CIG at some point promoted the DPS calculator.
All the good ones.
I'm not sure if they tweeted about it or if they mentioned it in ISC, but I'm pretty sure they mentioned it at some point. If they would do the same thing about the armory, that would be great. I don't know if the server could take, you know, I don't think I don't know if the server can take it, but but I'm trying. Yeah. CIG are not making a lot of effort on many things. CIG are only making effort on things that are critical to development, and a lot of things around it, like Spectrum and comms and everything, all of that stuff is just suffering off of that. I think what would actually help in actually developers who are developing apps for Star Citizen, what would help us a lot is if CIG had an API for this, where we could retrieve the information that we're now retrieving from the game files. It is, but you see, you may think that, but CIG does not think that. And CIG can't listen to everybody. Obviously, I'm not defending them in terms of what they're ignoring. Well, thank you for making me the leader.
I didn't make you the leader. We're not in a party.
Oh, that's Tias, right? Well, then he should have sent you a party invite. Okay, let's go mining. But yeah, I'm not defending CIG.
With criminals.
Oh, that's the thing.
I'm wrongfully accused. Huh. I was wrongfully accused, and then I was
That's
tricked.
actually a pretty good one, but I don't think I can actually mine this.
That's what they all say.
Entrapped. I was entrapped into committing further crimes.
Right. Is that what you're gonna tell the judge?
No, I'm not gonna go talk to the judge. I'm gonna go freaking hack their systems.
14%. It's almost 15% quantanium. I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna grab this if I can. Maybe I won't be able to. It's 5,000 mass. But yeah, I mean, CIG are missing a lot of things. Comms suck. Like, the in-game comms are absolute garbage. But when you think about it, everybody's just running comms on Discord or TeamSpeak or Mumble or Guilded, so it doesn't fucking matter, really. And, like, okay, I am biased. Like, we use Mumble for comms, and I don't think CIG could do it better. So, I think everybody's just using external. I have actually not met any, like, larger organized group that would be using in-game comms for anything. I don't think this is gonna work. I might need a second laser for this one. I don't think I actually like seen any like major organized groups using in-game comms. Like, everybody's either running Discord or Guilded. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Spectrum is... I don't really go on Spectrum anymore because it's a mess. And it's missing some critical features, like you say, blocking people and all that. Generally, like, Spectrum is a mess. I just don't go there anymore, try to not. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would like us to have in-game comms similar to what you see in, like, Squad, where you kind of have, like, local chat where you just yell to the nearby area, and then you have, like, your party, and then, like, a wider area. That would be nice. Just like a quick way just get in touch with people. But if you want anything more than that, you're gonna have to use Discord or something else. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. And I agree, Arcane Alchemist, Spectrum culture is what is killing a lot of things about this game. Like, Spectrum is really toxic, and it's about as toxic as any other public forum, really. So I don't think we have a right to be surprised there. And you have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of trolls. There are a lot of trolls on Spectrum, and there. Well, but yeah, again, that just comes down to, like, development effort, right? Because now you need someone, like, if you want to be more full featured than Discord or Mumble or anything else, you have to design a system that's gonna be better than that, and then you have to implement it, and it's gonna function alongside with the game, and it's just it's a headache. Like, I agree, good in-game comms would be great, but I'm not holding my breath. Ah. It's gonna blow. Okay, it's not gonna blow, but I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Like any larger public forum that you go on, it's just gonna have basically what we have on Spectrum, and you can't really go around it. It's just how online communities work. Uh, it's unfortunate, but just people are assholes. Can't do anything about it. And we have come to the point where, and I'm not saying every person in the Star Citizen community is an asshole. What I'm saying is that everybody who got sick and tired of the Spectrum bullshit just is not going on Spectrum anymore, like I am.
People are assholes? What?
What? I had
People
no
are
idea.
assholes? What? No.
Yeah, honestly, I am a bit skeptical about the in-game Spectrum integration. Not just because of the TOS, but also because of just kind of the general inner workings of Spectrum. I don't think it's doable. I don't know why would anyone even want to do it, to be honest. So I think we're gonna see a big change of heart on that one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, we can go on about how Spectrum is wrong, but ultimately, I don't think it's gonna get integrated into the game the way we think it is gonna, because that just doesn't make any sense. And I've been mining this rock for like 10 minutes now, and I still haven't gotten anywhere with it. And I even have the extra charge window thing. I mean, it's just plus 8%, so it's not. And it increases instability, which kind of contributes to me not being able to crack this thing. Ah, come on. Yes! That took way longer than I wanted it to, but we got it. So I don't normally actually mine Quantanium. I hate Quantanium with passion. Oh yeah, but you can't do anything about it, so why worry about it? Like, why go on there anymore? I mean, Spectrum is great. So the only reason I ever go on Spectrum is when CAG does contests, or when they announce things, or when there's a Q&A, that kind of stuff, important stuff. But I'd never fucking go into the comment section on anything on Spectrum. That's just a rabbit hole that I don't want to go into. Uh, there is actually. So I picked up yesterday. I picked up. I think I found a Laranite rock in space, and it was worth like 40,000 unrefined. So it's gonna be like 80,000 refined. So yeah, there's money to be made in non-Quantanium mining for sure. I personally I hate mining Quantanium because you lose half the value by the time you get to the refinery, just because you waste. You get a 15-minute timer. You waste 5 minutes getting to the refinery, and then you waste 3 more minutes just getting from your ship to the actual refinery. CIG wants you to report other players. Yeah. I think they're trying to get a mining is a paint spray mod. Why? I think CIG are trying to regain control over Spectrum. That's a good point. I think it more needs kind kind of a marker type of a thing. We're like, oh, I found something good here. I'm gonna put a marker here. But that's gonna come in when they redo quantum. When they do the quantum travel probes or whatever. Yeah, that's the thing. CAG haven't been in control of Spectrum for a very long time. And over the last couple of months, I've been noticing more people saying... That's true. You know, they haven't been in control of it. And I feel like they've been trying to regain... What did I hit? Ow. There's a Redeemer next to me. I have heard of that. So I have heard of the impound trick. It doesn't exactly work because now your ship actually... There's a bug where your ship doesn't get stored when it gets impounded sometimes. Yeah, like Cameron, I don't understand what was the point there. Like he made a valid point in my opinion. His post was valid. Yes, why are you boarding my ship?
I'm not.
Okay, if you say so.
I'm very much not.
Right, am I about to get murdered?
I am over at SPK fighting two guys, so I'm not boarding
Well,
your
not
ship, my
you,
man.
this.
Oh. I forgot he was here. He's so quiet.
Gee, thanks, Nylan.
It's true. You're not verbose like I am.
Oh, fuck Quantanium. I fucking hate Quantanium. But yeah, so I think he made a valid point. I don't understand why did he receive the mod reaction that he did. To be fair, I haven't read the whole post, so maybe there was some additional stuff in the comments on it. To be fair, but I feel like CAG have been a little aggressive with the Spectrum modding. I am almost certain there's an agenda behind it. Something like, oh, we're trying to make it a less toxic
No,
place.
Space Code, I'm not going to murder you. That's against ADI rules.
Oh, is that the only reason?
Oh, is
Yes,
that
it
what's
is.
keeping us from murdering each other? And here I thought we were
Oh, right.
friends.
Don't call me that.
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely an agenda. I don't know what it is. I think they might be trying to make it a less toxic place, and they're being very weird about it. But you know, we won't know until they tell us, and they're not gonna tell us. Like with many things CAG does. Come on.
I'm trying to see what you find so interesting about mining.
I don't know. I find it relaxing when I'm not
Okay.
mining Quintanium in particular. Oh, fuck this piece. Fuck this piece too. And this one too. Like I'm never gonna be able to actually mine that. That's not great. Yeah, that's not great. They're definitely being a little weird about it. Okay, fuck this rock. I am done with Quintanium. I'm not looking for Quintanium anymore. Right. Something over there that might be useful. Wait, you were actually fighting people?
Yeah, two.
Were they coming after you, or were they just there to do the clearing mission?
I think they were waiting there.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
possible.
100% sure. I didn't open fire on them. Like I was scanning them, to see if maybe. But then they opened up. So
Is this one gonna be the unscannable rock? Great. So once in a while,
I
when
fought him
mining,
for a bit, and then I'm like, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna win. I don't know if they're gonna win, but like this has gone on too long. And neither of us has won yet, so let's just get out of here.
that's fair. It's gonna be the unmineable rock. Of course, it's gonna be. So once in a while, you'll find a rock that's broken and you can't scan it or mine it or do anything to it, which is just bullshit. And this bug has been around for a long time. Like it's been a I think it's the reason I stopped mining in 3.13 because I would like every other rock I would find would be a broken one. Okay, let's not look for Quantanium. I am sick and tired of Quantanium. Like fuck Quantanium. Like I know you can make good money out of it. Like that's actually now here's the thing I think the Odyssey is gonna be good for. Quantanium. Because you have basically 0 time between mining and refinery when you're using the Odyssey, and this is gonna be another one, isn't it? So you're not gonna lose any of that Quantanium value there, which is great. But if you're mining in the middle of nowhere like I am right now, Quantanium doesn't make any fucking sense. Like in a mole, sure, because the mole is faster. Like if you put a civilian grade quantum drive on there, you can actually put a military grade on the mole, no problem, and you're gonna jump. Well, yeah, they will take time, but once once you have that Quantanium or in a refinery, it doesn't deteriorate anymore. So you're not losing any value. Yeah, I also have that feeling that it won't be able to process everything. But we'll have to see. It's probably going to be one of the questions that are going to make it into the Q&A. And I'm very curious about the answer because if it can only fuel itself, then there's absolutely no point to that chip. I mean, technically, if yeah, there's absolutely no point to that chip at that point, because at that point you just have a bigger, more expensive Karak that can't do the things the Karak can, which is I don't know. I don't think that's a good deal. But I think they're gonna make it where it can just refine everything, the same as the Starfarer. I mean, why build this massive ship around the idea of mining and refining? Yeah, exactly. I was just talking about this on Monday in the video. Just grab a Starfarer and 4 prospectors and go mining in the middle of nowhere. And you are achieving the same results, basically. Because the Starfarer can refine everything, it can probably dock with the prospectors somehow. So why not just do that instead? And the Starfarer has more cargo space. So, you know, why not just do that instead? Like I think that's gonna be the meta. I am under attack. This, why are you red?
I accidentally locked you with a missile.
Accidentally.
I didn't fire it, did I?
I got the missile incoming sound.
I was trying to find my power button and I hit the missile mode.
Alright, let's see if we can. Are these things unscannable? Of course. Of fucking course. Alright. Next. Yeah, so far this is not going very well. Gotta say, I had a much better time last night. with this. I pretty much just got here, and the first rock I found was Laranite and Agresium, I think. Just right away, and it was like 30% Laranite. And it was like 36,000 credits unrefined, so double that for refined, and there you go. Okay, these are scannable. That's good. That's a good sign. Hopefully something good. Oh, scanned and complete. Cool. Yep. Good mining range. Corundum diamond. Yeah, this is no good. Give me something valuable. Borace. I mean, Borace is alright, but it's 2% or less than 2%, which is not so great. Like, Theus, if I die because a pirate spawns and I think it's you, it's your fault.
That's fair.
But I don't know why you're still red, because it usually times out after a little bit.
I don't know. I can always just get on your ship.
Well, that's gonna make
So-
my ship hostile, possibly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if it gave you a crime stat, which I don't think it should, it just changes the hostility marker, but just in case. Okay, scannable. I mean, this is the part of mining that I don't like. Just looking for that one thing that's actually worth anything. Okay, just look closely at this one. Yeah, so it's got, yeah, completely useless. And I know I don't have to ping anymore. I do know that. But it definitely beats just aimlessly flying around and hoping you just run into the scanner range of a rock. This way it at least like shows you like, oh, there's maybe something far away from you. I can actually like narrow down my scanner range a little bit. I don't think it's gonna help me in any way, but what if I just scan in front of me like the 180 angle? Yeah, that's gonna clean it up a little bit.
On the upside, if a pirate spawns, you have a redeemer right here.
That is true. Then again, if a pirate spawns, it's gonna be like an M50 or something, and I would like to see you dogfight an M50 with a redeemer. Yeah, that'll be. I think that's gonna be the first implementation of data running, and I'm very much looking forward to it because it's gonna be great. But there's obviously no ETA on that because it's gonna need the cargo refactor. Quartz, Quantanium. I don't want Quantanium. But it might be like nicely mineable, so nope, it's not. It's got some borace though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab this one. Or try to grab it. I'm gonna be able to. Look at that optimal charge window there.
How do you pull out your freaking security chip?
I need to have it equipped and then 4 or 5.
It's not working.
You can also hold C and select it that way. This is not gonna work. I mean, dogfighting light fighters with the Redeemer is kind of fun. I was taking some video and I had a guy in like an arrow try and shoot me down. And like he can't do shit because you have a 2 size 3 shield.
Yep.
But like I'm not gonna let him fly around and just take pot shots. Yeah, AK not soon. It's never gonna be soon. Come on. Yeah, this is not gonna work. It's unstable as shit. Yeah, I would need a second prospector that has the stability laser. I forget what it's called, but there's a laser that like increases stability in charge window. That's what I would need right now, and I would be normally using that laser as my main, but it can't crack everything, which is annoying. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a no-go on this one. I don't know how I managed to do the Quantanium rock I was mining the other day. 10 kilometers that way. Or 7 kilometers that way. Yeah, that's probably better. So far we have been here for like 45 minutes and we haven't mined shit. So that's like the frustrating bit of solo mining. Like either you get lucky and you find something that you can pick up, or you just happen to have a good loadout on your ship, which I mean I don't exactly have, but it is what it is. Or you just bring 2 prospectors and do it that way. Gold. It might be good. Might be good. Alright, we'll give it a shot. Random gold borace. I mean, at this point, I mean, gold is pretty good. At this point, I'm not too picky, but we're kind of finding more better stuff. So I think I'm gonna keep looking in this direction. See if I maybe find something that I like. Pretty good signature there. Can I scan it? 2 rocks, not bad.
More better.
Can't scan them because they're already scanned from the signature. Hey, you know, bear with me. I'm relearning mining basically. Oh, are they non-scannable? Of course they are. Ugh, fuck me. Okay, never mind. Let's find another one. 7 kilometers that way. I think it came from there, possibly. No, not from there. But yeah, generally speaking, like having 2 prospectors, possibly the best mining setup possible, because you can have like if you find a good spot, because sometimes, especially when you're mining on planets, you will occasionally find like 6, 7, you know, a giant field of 8% half-ass tonight. It's not bad. What do we have over here? On scan. These are all non-scannable, aren't they? Worst case, I will go back for that one. Oh, there's another one over there. Or is that just this? Okay. I'm gonna check out these 3 real quick, see if it's see if they're mineable at all. And if not, I'm gonna come back for that one that I scanned first, because that's a good one. Yeah, these look broken. That's a shame, because usually when you have like 3 rocks like this, you will have like 5 to 10% of something good in each of them, and at that point you can just pick them up, all of them, like crack them and pick up the best pieces. I'm curious to see what that is, to be honest. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, I guess it's not there then. Alright, let's go back to this one. This one was pretty good. Hopefully it's gonna be... I actually had a good experience mining half-assed tonight, so... Oh! Yes! I found a rock exactly like this, and I obviously gonna overshoot it because I can't fly a prospector for shit. But I found a rock like exactly like this, like pretty much the exact same numbers last night, and it was worth 36,000 unrefined. And I was able to pick up like almost a full cargo hold of non-inert stuff. I only had like 3 SCU of inert materials on me. It's great. These are the rocks that I like. Laranite, Grecium, that kind of stuff. Like basically if you have more than 5% of like Laranite, Grecium, half-astenite. I think, okay, here's the thing with half-astenite. I was mining with my friend the other night, and she pronounced it as half-astenite, and now I can't unhear it and unsee it, and I hate it. Anyway, like these are the rocks that I'm looking for. These are the rocks that I like. So for those of you who are watching and you want to mine Quantanium and you're looking for profit, this is what you're looking for. Laranite, Grecium, half-astenite. And there's also Terranite. Terranite is also good, but I haven't found it very often. Borace is also good. Like if you like want to know like a good mining calculator, it's called ueex.corp. ueexcorp.space or something like that. They have trading tools and they have a mining calculator, and it's excellent. Like it will show you like it has all the materials ordered by value. It will show you what you put in the rock, and the percentage is going to tell you the cost, which is very nice, and it's going to even actually tell you the rough refining or refined cost, which is nice. Oh, come on. It's going. Just need to get a little closer, I think. There we go. Slow down too soon. But it's pretty stable, like instability 2.25 is not too high. Resistance less than half.
I hate Mantis.
It's not a Quantanium rock. It's a 0% Quantanium rock. It doesn't have Quantanium. We don't do Quantanium. Quantanium sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but Quantanium is great when you're close to a refinery, which I'm not. So, I mean, technically, if I went to Hurl 4, I would be close to a refinery, but all my shit is at Michael 1, so. And I'm not really outfitted for mining Quantanium right now. I'm more for metals right now. And actually, generally speaking, if you don't want to mine Quantanium and you don't have like good luck on finding valuable metals and minerals, what you can do instead is just strip mine like gold and diamonds. It's not gonna earn you as much money, but if you get like a good percentage of gold and diamonds, it's pretty good. Like you can get 20, 30,000, no problem. Let's see, so that one was a good Laranite piece. Half-astenite. Okay, might pick that up last. What is this? Like there's gonna be a. Yeah, no, it's not gonna. There's definitely, when I crack these small pieces, there's definitely gonna be pieces that are gonna be like 100% Laranite. That's a good one. So far, it looks like I have like a couple small pieces of half-astenite and one big piece of Laranite, which is good. That's also pretty nice. I think this one should have some Laranite as well because. Yeah, there we go. Was it like 89% Laranite? Yeah, this one. So these are the rocks that you're looking for generally because it has no inert materials in it. It's still gonna, like when you extract it, it's still gonna pick up some inert materials because there's some there's a little bit of a rounding error involved, basically. Let's get into optimal range because it doesn't quite add up to 100%, I think. So there's like some small fraction. Because while it may show you, may show you percentages on the UI, it's all floats in the game, and we all know how rounding errors work. So that's actually not floats. I think they use doubles for everything. Anyway, I actually wish I had that lifeline thing. Are you trying to help?
Yes.
I don't think it's doing anything. It would be kind of cool though. Oof. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, blew it up just a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, you see how it displayed inert materials? But that's a nice laranite chunk. There we go. Almost 4 SCUs of laranite. And I actually burned it a little bit, so I might have lost some. But I don't think it matters that much. Alright, laranite. That's pretty good. We had, what, 10 SCU of laranite out of the first piece. It's not bad. Like, basically, if you're going, like, if you're, especially when you're new to mining and you're coming back to the refinery with more than half of cargo hold of useful stuff, you're good. Like, you did okay. Is this gonna scan? There we go. Sometimes the scanner starts only picking it up after you actually start mining it for some reason. I don't know if it's a desync problem or what it is. But, you know. I actually thought desync would start getting a little better now, that now especially the IAE is over, the bulk of the IAE is over, since it's only best in show now until tomorrow. But seems like no, so that would actually be a pretty good actually maybe make a short about mining for Friday as a mini tutorial. Come on, let's go. Like that, this is actually why it's nice to have two prospectors, because you can have one with a helix to do the large scale cracking, and then you can have one with the, I think it's the half steady laser, that has like very stabilizing qualities for these smaller rocks, and then you'll be able to mine quantanium and other rare stuff. I forget what it's called, but there's a mineral that appears on Walla in like huge quantities, and it's very expensive, but it's difficult as shit to mine. And it might actually be appearing in more places now, but at one point when ArcCorp came out, it was only available on Walla. Like I never found it anywhere else. I should actually go try there, but I have been told to stay away from mining on planets. Apparently, a lot of people are just flying around trying to kill people. So, you know, right now we're in the Arn Halo. It's safe. It's very unlikely someone's gonna find us here, since we're literally in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of weak. I mean, I have a filter module, so it's gonna kill some of the inert materials that I'm picking up, but still. Yeah, laranite, this is good. I want to pick up the high percentage first, and because that's gonna make up the bulk of what I have on board, and then I'm gonna pick up the less percentages and so on. There we go, 100% laranite. Small piece, 185 mass, still pretty good. That's gonna be like 2 SCU of cargo. It's pretty good, I think. I think this load might actually be better than what I had last night. We'll see what it comes out to when I'm full. But I'm like 75% full and no inert materials. But I think I'm gonna have to start picking those up semi soon. I think this is mostly inert. Come on, scan. No, not gonna scan. I don't want to just pick it up. It's gonna probably not end well. Okay, let me just do a thing here. Yeah, that usually does it. I'm not gonna burn it because I'm at 0 power, but it's gonna force the scan. There we go. Now it's scanning. Yeah, I kind of don't like either of those pieces, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I have another piece that has like semi-high Laranite content. Like half Astenite is nice, but Laranite is better. Let's see, 4%, that's no good. Actually, one thing that we need for mining lasers is a tractor beam mode, so you can kind of pull the rock apart and you know, clear your working area basically. And I think they're gonna actually add that when tractor beams are done and ready to go. This one has, what was it, like 11% of half Astenite? I think I might go for it. That's 4%. Was it this one? Yeah, there we go. I think I'm gonna go for this one because maybe I can crack it in a somewhat reasonable way, so that it might yield something good without too much inert material. It, you know, I actually wouldn't be mad if it was a mining module. Like I absolutely would not be mad because you have 3 slots on most lasers, like especially the high level lasers. You have 3 slots, so I would be more than happy to sacrifice one for a tractor beam module because that's just gonna help. Yeah, I mean that could also be nice. I think it's a little advanced, but you know, focus. Yeah, that's a good choice. I have heard a lot of people saying that they use focus and they use surge. Uh, I think I'm gonna like try it out, see what fits with my style of mining. Uh, so far, I use the filter because I just inadvertently end up picking up a lot of useless stuff. And that could also work. Right now, I'm trying the regrew module. Seems to be working pretty well. I don't know if it's performing as much as well as I would like it to, but I think it's all right. But yeah, you know, and especially on the mole, like having a tractor beam on the mole would be extremely helpful because then you could just pull the different rocks between the mining turrets, or pull them closer, or put them further away so people can reach them. That's what I'm looking for. That's a good one. So I'm gonna pick up some inner materials on this one, but it's fine at this point. Like it's not gonna do a lot of harm anyway. Actually, I think I'm gonna like go back to one of these pieces here, because one of these had like 10-ish% in it. Yeah, learn. Yeah, I think this one, because it has both, and I'm almost full. So there we go, and I'm full. That's pretty good. 3.5 SCU of wait, no, 4.7 SCU of inert materials. That's not bad. Yeah, I was actually thinking about it, like, because when you actually like go and full crew a mole with 4 people, the pilot doesn't really have much to do. But if you could like give the pilot like a remote turret type of a situation, where it's like, oh, here, have a remote turret, and you can pull, you have a tractor beam and you can pull things back and forth. I think that would be a pretty valuable addition, because most people that I know that have a mole and actually full crew it are like, yeah, if I fly it, I usually have nothing to do.
Well, fine, Space Code, I'd be that way.
What? What did I do? I am. What did I do? I am having useful suggestions for the mole. I actually really like it. And if I didn't have to pay $150 on top of what I already have, I would have bought a CCU. But Coder has fallen on hard times, so I cannot be buying JPEGs. No, I haven't really. I just I'm paying more rent now, so my overhead every month is a little smaller than I would like. Yeah, the mole really has, the major advantage of the mole is that you have 3 mining turrets, so you have 3 mining lasers.
Just sell some of your NFTs.
I have NFTs.
Ah,
You know, so the only advantage you really have is that A, the lasers are bigger, so you have more power. But the second advantage is that you can have 3 different lasers that do 3 different things. So you can have a helix to crack things, then you can have like 2 stability lasers that are gonna stabilize the rock, and that way you can crack everything immediately, pretty much. And if you have a crew that knows what they're doing, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the major advantage of them all. Obviously, you could do the same thing with 3 prospectors with less people, and you would actually have more cargo space. Well, actually, no, you wouldn't. You would have the same amount of cargo space because the mole has 96 SCU, the prospector has 32. So it really depends on how you want to play. Like if there are 3 of you and you have each has a prospector, great, just do 3 prospectors. You're losing some range because the prospectors don't have that much range. But I don't think that's a problem right now. If there are, 3 or 4 of you and you have a mole, use a mole. Like it's just better. Or you could just do like I have seen people use like yeah. I mean, I have seen people use a mole with 2 turrets and a prospector. And the reason they were doing that is that you can have the prospector kind of be the scout and just go finding things, and it's gonna wait there. Then the mole's gonna come in, crack it, fill up. Once the mole is full, the prospector stays there. The mole goes off to the refinery. Yeah, the mole is impossible to solo. That has always been the case. Like, yeah, if you have a crew, if you have a mole, run a mole. I think they work well together as well. If you just want to do like 1 prospector and 3 people on a mole, also works. 1 pilot, 2 gunners, also works. That's kind of what I like about this game, is that if you want to do something, there you have a lot of ways to approach it. Like I really like what I saw. I think I saw it in the video on YouTube. It's like 3 or 4 people, and they were literally doing just 1 mole with 3 people on it and a prospector. And the prospector was just running around doing the scouting, because you can. It's not very agile, but it's more agile than a mole. But yeah, that's a good mining fleet there. Yeah, I agree. That's a good mining operation. Like if you wanted to do mining on like a enterprise level, like on an org level, if you have like a 30 to 50 people org, that is exactly what you need. A liberator or a kraken, a starfarer for fuel and refining, and then just some escort ships for defense. But I generally would argue that the liberator would be a better choice in that case. On the other hand, I'm not sure if you can safely land a prospector on the liberator. But that's kind of the question there. So you could do a kraken, because I think you can land a prospector on a kraken. Actually the one ship that I'm really waiting for is a Crusader carrier, because I am almost certain that Crusader Industries has a carrier. It just hasn't been announced yet. And I think that's gonna be like your industrial support ship right there. Anyway, so let's go refine all of this. And I think we're gonna do 1 more run, and then I'm gonna, because I already have 2 workers done at the refinery. C2 is sure is. It's not designed for it, but nobody says you can't use it for that. And actually, here's kind of an improvement on station refineries: is allow me to call the refinery directly and land directly in the refinery. Because if I was actually talking about this earlier, like if you're mining Quantanium, you pick up Quantanium, you have a 15-minute timer. It's gonna take you like 5-ish minutes to get to a refinery, and then it's gonna take you like 3 to 4 minutes to get from the landing pad to the actual refinery and start the work order. So you have just lost 50% of your Quantanium, and you have lost, almost half of what you lost was lost while you were already in the refinery. So either let me land directly in the refinery where you just walk through an airlock and you're at the console, or the console is on the landing pad, or either option where I don't have to go through the entire station. God, this thing flies like a fucking brick. Or the moment I land my ship, or the moment my ship actually stops moving, because Quantanium is unstable in movement. Like if you take a hit, it's gonna explode. So the moment I land safely on a... Yes, that is also an option. I actually agree with that. And you can actually technically do it through the service, landing services menu. Absolutely, that's also a good idea. But yeah, like your super like basic implementation would be like the moment I land my ship on a space station, Quantanium stops. The Quantanium timer stops, and that's very easy to code. It's just another case in the code. I think it's pretty easy to do, and it would just save everybody a lot of headache. But I like your idea as well. That's pretty good. I mean, obviously, it would need some improvements to docking, because when you think about it, the Prospector or the Mole, they don't have a docking collar. So maybe there's going to be some kind of docking where it doesn't matter. Or maybe there will be some sort of docking where your ship is just going to get attached. Because like when you dock with the Starfarer, once the Starfarer docking is going to be a thing, I don't think you're going to be docking with a collar. I mean, it has the option. The Starfarer has a docking collar at the bottom. But I think the primary mode of docking with a Starfarer for refueling and ore transfer is gonna be through the refueling arm. Like you're gonna connect your ship, you're gonna refuel, and then you're gonna reverse the flow and you're gonna offload your minables basically. And I'm actually extremely excited about refining with a Starfarer. I am very looking forward to what it's gonna look like from a technical standpoint. And if you guys haven't seen the video yesterday, go watch the video. Because that is literally what I talked about in the whole video. I know I said there has been a very little mention of Odyssey. But I gotta say, one thing that I've noticed with the new releases, this patch, or this IE, like the concept art, and like generally art for all the ships is amazing. Like CIG are like their art theme is excellent. Like the Odyssey concept art is out of this world. Like the people working at CIG doing concepts, they're great. All right, so let's see how much we're earning unrefined. I think it's gonna be around 30,000, almost 40,000 unrefined. That's actually really good. And I'm gonna refine it. And I don't know. Oh shit! This is actually still processing. Okay, so this is the first one I did yesterday. You see, it's got a little bit of Quantanium. I didn't get a. I think their character art stuff is good. Like armor designs and armor concept art, it looks good. I think what's lagging behind is like actual character customization in game. But that's coming in. I believe the DNA character creation is coming 316 or 317. I'm not sure now because I think it got shuffled around a little bit. But that's gonna be like a major improvement once we get like proper character customization. Oh yeah, I mean you're gonna get that. That's just how it's gonna work. I think we're gonna see more stuff when Squadron 42 comes out. But we'll see. But yes, this is what I was mining yesterday. It was like a 5% Quantanium rock, and I couldn't pick up any good because it always fell out with like 5% Quantanium, 3% Quantanium. And this is the second rock that I mined, which was exactly the same as the one that I picked up just now. All right, so let's pick up. That's only like 500 CSU inert. That's pretty good. So I like to use Dynex solventation It is very slow, but it's got very high yield at a
When
low
is Fortnite
cost.
42 coming out though?
Never. I mean, it really depends. Like, what is your? I mean, I suppose it is generic towards sci-fi, but we're sci-fi, so it's gonna be generic. Oh yeah, I would want to. I would sure make me happy, but I fucking hate mining Quantanium. It just annoys me. Like I mine because it's relaxing for me. I just go there, I find a rock that I like, I play with it a little bit, and then I go back and refine it. Then if I'm doing Quantanium, then I'm like, oh, I have to hurry up, I have to get it done immediately. I have to just go, and that's not. I don't like that. Anyway, this is what I like. So I use Dynamic Solventation, very low speed. I don't mind because I like it's gonna be a couple hours anyway. I'm not gonna be around for. I'm not gonna be around in a couple hours. So and this way I just go. I do a couple trips, drop it off at the refinery. Next day I come in and I pick everything up. I could do. There's low speed, low cost. There's another one where it's like low speed, high cost. There's one where it's like moderate speed or something like that. Low speed, moderate cost, high yield. Oh, fuck's sakes. Of course it times out when I'm looking for something. And everything, like the yields are gonna be the same on everything. Like if it says high yield, it's gonna be the same yield on everything. It was this one, high speed, high cost, low yield, no. Ferron exchange, low speed, moderate cost, high yield. Okay, let's see, what's gonna be the difference. So 9 hours, and it costs twice as much, but it gives me the same amount of money. Yeah, you know what? Am I gonna be around tomorrow? Fuck it, I'm just gonna Dynamic Solventation because why not? Get a quote. And I wish it would actually calculate the quote automatically and I wouldn't have to click on the button. But that's just another UI thing. Yeah, so it yields the same, it just costs, half. Alright. Now let me actually pick up, I think I wanted to pick up a, this fucking scroll. I think it's, hold on, which laser is it? No, it's not Klein. Lancet, yes. Lancet is the one. Look at that. It's got instability, charge window. The problem is that it has less power on it. I have given feedback on Spectrum so many times. And it's like, it's not a critical thing. Like, it's not something that's like game breaking. Like, as a software developer, I understand that they're not gonna do everything everybody says. Yeah, this is the stability laser. Like, look at that. Instability, resistance down, charge window plus 40. Like, if I was gonna mine Quantanium, this is what I would grab. Yeah, it charges. What does charge? Well, I mean, charge speed. It doesn't really matter to me that much. What really matters is that instability and resistance change. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna mount this thing. I'm gonna buy one because it's not that expensive. I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna put it on the prospector, and I'm gonna. I actually want to pick up a Surge. Okay, so you say Surge. I don't remember if they have a Surge here, but I will try to find it. Torrent. I don't think they have it here. They have it in New Babbage, but they don't have it here. That's fine. Whatever. It will do. It will do. Paired with 2 times focus 2. Okay. I think they have focus 2 here. Mining modules, focus 3. They have focus 3, and I don't feel like paying 40,000, but technically Surge is at PO, okay. I could do the basic one. I mean, do I really need more resistance reduction? Because the Lancet already has minus 75% resistance. I don't think I need to do more resistance reduction. I think what I would need is like... I think I would need like a charge rate module. And, I will try stock Let's see what happens. Out of curiosity. I think I'm just gonna like put the filter on and yeah, filter and the rigger module. You need with yeah, okay, that's kind of yeah, I expected that much, to be honest. I mean, you can't have it all. But the thing with the Iron Halo is that you will have rocks that are like 4,500 to 5,200 mass. So they're not gonna be that big where you're not gonna be able to mine it. So like if it works better than the Helix, I'm gonna be kind of sad because I threw out 100,000 credits on the Helix at that point. But we'll see. We'll give it a try. We'll see if it makes Quantanium slightly less annoying for me. Okay, first I gotta store the prospector first. And then I can swap components on it. Which is gonna suck because now those components. Huh? Okay. Did it get stored just now? This prospect. Okay, it's stored. Okay. As long as it's stored, I don't care how it got there. As long as it's stored, I can edit it and I can change stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna unequip this so I don't accidentally lose it when I switch the laser. I'm gonna do Lancet, and I'm gonna do filter and rigger module. I don't think I actually even need this because I have a plus charge window and plus resistance. I don't think I actually need this. Yeah, let's run it as is, like this. I think this is good. Like, I really wish CIG would give us an option in game to transfer inventory from location to location without having to fly yourself. And obviously, you can't load components in your ship. So if you are buying components for a ship in multiple locations, your only options are either to bad one are to either fly the ship you can't put them in the backpack. At least I can't, as far as I know. Oh shit. They fixed it? Son of a bitch. Nice. Finally, though. Huh. That took forever. I know it didn't work in the PTO, and that's why I bitched about it. Thank you for letting me know. That is a good thing to know. Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be limited by a lot of things, but you could probably load it on a cargo ship. I think if you happen to have a C2, I think C2 has a shit ton of cargo space. Okay. Yeah, but still, you should have the option to just transfer things from place to place for, like, I don't know, oh, I want to transfer a bunch of armors from A to B, or a bunch of components from A to B. Let's say I'm gonna pay, I don't know, like 1,000 credits, and it's gonna take 5 minutes or something like that. Yeah, we need a lot of things. Like, I feel like the inventory system that we have currently, it really is just kind of like the very first implementation. Like, it's not good, it's not bad, it's there. I think they could have waited on it, like one more patch, and added more features like transferring stuff. But you know, look, what I want is a button that's gonna be transfer all. That's all I want. So I don't have to, like, if I looted a bunch of stuff from a bunker or something, and I have it in my ship's inventory, I don't have to drag 50 items back and forth. And it glitches out and it desyncs. Just give me a button that says drag all or transfer all. Even if even if it gives me a little loading bar that says transferring items 1 out of X, you know, I wouldn't mind. Like, fine, it's gonna give me a loading bar, and I'm gonna wait for 30 seconds for everything to transfer. I'm fine with that. I just don't want to drag shit back and forth, and it jumps back because it desyncs, so you don't know what's happening. Also, a little feature that I noticed is that when you're dragging from inventory to inventory, and you just happen to accidentally drag, yeah, just copy Rust homework exactly, and you happen to drag an item on top of another item, it drags the item you dragged on to the other inventory, which is just stupid. Like I feel like, you know, CIG really wanted to do like physicalized inventory system. They really wanted to do it, but they didn't actually bother to take a look at other games that have physicalized inventory. Like Rust is actually a good example. I do like the Rust's I do like Rust's inventory system. Not that I play a whole lot of Rust, but you know, whatever. Alright, now let's see if we're gonna find some container, if I'm gonna find it less annoying. I mean, I'm still fucking far away. Like if I were to mine Quantanium, I would need to start from a different station, and that's on me. That's absolutely on me. I should have been starting from Hurl 4. Because it's just way easier to go to the Iron Halo because it's only 8 million kilometers instead of jumping 20 million kilometers. Right, yeah. Right. Look, you know, the dragging individual items, it wouldn't actually piss me off that much. If it didn't bounce, like if it didn't desync. If it just, I drag it and it's there, I wouldn't be mad. Or if I could like stack things easily. Because you can actually stack things. Like if you have magazines on you, you can stack magazines. Like if you pick up a bunch of magazines off of corpses or out of loot boxes, you can stack them on top of each other to some limit. I don't know, like I think each magazine is a different, but you can stack them on each other. But sometimes in yeah, that is also a good one. Like but the chart that I have, it says it's like 8 million from yeah, it's like 8 million from Hurl 4 on the trajectory that I'm going, but yeah, you're also right. There's so many ways to get into the Iron Halo. It's like so many ways. I just use this one because I happen to be at Microtech because I'm doing some. I'm trying to do some reputation with Microtech security. So I'm doing a lot of bunkers and 890 jumps and that kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of around right now. Okay, we got one rock right here. So that's why I'm mining here. There's no really other reason. And then it's a little less crowded. When I was doing the Krill 1 to Arkel 3 jump, I actually met someone, which I thought was completely impossible in the Iron Halo, but I actually managed to meet someone. I'm gonna just look at this real quick. I know it said gold. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, sometimes it doesn't give you the full like scanner report, basically. And like here, I feel like I'm definitely not gonna be interrupted because nobody's gonna come here. And actually, like back in the day when I used to mine around the Cruel 1, because there was a shit ton of like valuable stuff there and nobody would go there, I would have like NPC pirates spawn around me. That's how I actually got a. This one might have some Laranite in it. No, it doesn't. That's actually how I got my one and only prospector kill. I don't know if it counts as a proper kill, because so the prospector has distortion guns, right? And I had a Cuddy Black spawn against me. And I managed to disable him enough for him to hit an asteroid. So I think it technically counts as a kill with the prospector. I don't know if it does. Nobody confirmed for me. But I think it does. Okay, that one's not scanning. Let's try this one. And then I actually got a kill on a Terrapin by disabling my enemy. And actually, after I actually had to grab someone. I think I grabbed Nylan, and we're testing how to do that. Okay, so that's okay. So now that I'm looking for Quantanium, I'm not gonna find any Quantanium. Is that what's happening here? That is exactly what's happening here. I'm not gonna find any fucking Quantanium. Like now that I finally come equipped, I will not find any. That's just Murphy's law of mining. You're never gonna find the thing you're looking for. But hey, so far, I mean, that was like one successful run. So I'm pretty satisfied. Okay, so we got 2 rocks over there, 1 rock over there. It's bound to be some Quantanium in either side. Ooh, 14% half astenite. Okay, that's intriguing. Not gonna lie. I kind of want to try Quantanium though. But there we go, Quantanium. I'll see if it's any good. I'm actually gonna like fly by and scan this one with the proper mining laser or mining scanner. Because this shit's gonna outs. Okay, I thought it would have Laranite in it, but it doesn't. So we're gonna go for these 2. And they definitely have some Quantanium. I saw some red in there. Okay, that's a pretty small one. A little bit of Quantanium, not a lot of Quantanium. And this one's 2% Quantanium. That fucking sucks. Okay, I don't want 2%. Actually, kind of a little thing. I'm gonna just target the refinery for when I pick it up, so it's just easier. Okay, well, that was some Quantanium, but not the right amount of Quantanium. Like for 2%, it's not worth the effort. Like it's gonna be so diluted. I'm gonna pick up like 80% of inert materials and a little bit of Quantanium. Totally not worth it. I would say if I find something that's above like 10%, that's when I would go for it. Because you kind of have to, you have a lot of risk mining Quantanium, and then you also have to accommodate the fact that you're going to be losing value as you're flying. So shit, that's a nice cluster over there, and I hope it's mineable because that's going to be good shit. Yeah, 20% is the best. Like at that point, you still have some value, even if you lose a bunch of stuff. Okay, what is this? What is this cluster of shit? Come on, scan. That is true. I mean, you're kind of risking on the travel, but generally speaking, if you pick a good spot, you are within. You're within, margin of error. Is none of this gonna be Quantanium or anything useful of any sort? I would genuinely not be surprised. But this is what you will find on the ground mostly, and this is gonna be a bunch of rocks. Most of them are gonna be completely useless, and a couple of them are gonna have some really good shit. This is P-type asteroid, so this is probably gonna be like not valuable stuff. But the thing is that once dynamic economy is in place, you're gonna see a lot more people picking up things that are commonly considered not to be valuable, like titanium, for example. Like at some point, it's gonna be valuable. Bexolite is actually really good. I am considering it. That like 11% Bexolite is pretty good. I know I came for Quantanium, but Bexolite is nice. Diamond or Bexolite. 1% Bexolite. Yeah, this is the Iron Halo. I mean, it is the best place to mine right now. Nobody's gonna bother you. There's plenty of rocks. What do you guys think? 11% Bexolite. Should I pick it up or should I keep looking for Quantanium? Yeah, that's a good approach. Like I want to try Quantanium, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it, even though like 11% Bexalate would be a really good rock. Okay. I hate myself for doing this, but it is. I came here for Quantanium, so I'm gonna look for Quantanium. Like, I'm gonna do it for you guys. I know I don't mine it, but I'm gonna mine it. And I know there's a shit ton of profit in it as well, so yeah, might be good to get back some money after buying all the components. Okay, what are you? Are you Quantanium? For a second there, I thought it was non-scannable. Half-assed tonight, no. Something over there. You know, Tias, I thought you were gonna fly to the expo and pick up a prospector.
No, I'm not gonna mine.
Right,
He's above that.
right, right. Mining is below you. Your lordship. Poor ace. 14%. That's actually a good amount, not gonna lie. But again, we're here for Quantanium. I'll still. You think? I believe you. I believe you. But I'm gonna try anyway. And if it's not gonna work, I'm just gonna be mad that I left like 3 good rocks just now. But you know, that's for me, I see it as a learning curve, right? Of here's what I can do with this laser, here's what I can do with this laser, you know, here's what I need, here's the equipment I'm gonna need if I want to do this. Okay. This one looks non-scannable. Nope. Not cooperating. Yeah, there's one over there. That's good. Pretty close. No luck with scanning either, though. I mean, I am very far off from like industrial amount of mining. Okay, that's no good. I am very far off from industrial level of mining. Right now, I'm just like mining because it's relaxing for me. Ooh, there's some stuff over there. What is that? 2 rocks. No result. Interesting. E-type. I think that's gonna be any good. It's not what I'm looking for sure. Yep. I feel like I'm just like aimlessly flying and looking for Quantanium. And I'm almost certain there's a better way to do this. I think I should actually be using the navigation point that I have set, and it's just gonna be going in that direction. That way I'm not scanning the same stuff over and over and not turning around in circles. I wish I had thought of that before.
Nyland's trying to invite us to a party.
Just you, because I didn't want to take on airtime on Space Coder's channel. What? Rude.
What? What did I do?
Theus.
Of course. Why are these things not scanning? It's mildly annoying. Like, normally you can get it with the mining mode. Okay, screw it. Okay, so let's do my thing. So that is where I want to be going. So let's kind of keep aware of that direction. Let's say. Okay, something over here. See, this is why I like mining on planets. It's a lot harder to get lost. But mining on planets is not safe. So I'm not gonna do it. Like, if I'm gonna be solo mining like an idiot, might as well not be an idiot about it. I mean, technically I have an escort fighter right now. But I don't think that would help me a whole lot. And it's generally like if I'm mining, probably mining in the Iron Halo is gonna be much safer, especially if I'm mining on stream. Why is everything behind me? Fine, I guess I will turn around then. Alright. Have you been decriminalized?
Yes,
That took a while.
it did, because I had to run back to Grim Hex to get more chits.
That's fair. Come on, be Quantanium. I want to try Quantanium. Nope. No Quantanium. Yes. Okay, I think I'm just gonna like pick up the next good thing. Like, I have a laser that can pick up pretty much everything, I think. Wait, no, I don't. I grabbed a different one.
And though now I seem to be incapacitated at SPK.
Oh no.
Yeah. But like, not like... It's not giving me the option to like do a medical beacon or any of that. It's just like I'm stuck laying down.
That's weird. Oh crap.
Yeah.
Well, I almost died there. Alright. They just find like the one area of space where nothing is. Because it seems that everything is behind me right now. Okay, not everything. I mean, looks like you have someone coming to your aid, so...
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me too, though. But usually it just means that I'm dead all the way. But... Also, I like how your marker is having a seizure over there.
Yeah, Theus's marker seems like it's continuously going forward and backwards, like the speed of
Just
light.
look on the stream, dude.
Oh, I saw it.
Hey, you know,
Can't even lock onto your markers moving so fast.
it's not skills. It's dumb luck. Come on, tungsten. I don't want tungsten. That is true. That is true. That's also an option. This one looks non-scannable. Yep. This one's broken. Something over there. I like how the first run I was not looking for Quantanium, and I was finding everything. I was just finding Quantanium, And now I'm looking for Quantanium, I'm not finding any Quantanium. That's just... Ugh. Random generation. Come on. You be Quantanium. I believe in you. Random rock in space. You will be 20% Quantanium. Nope. I don't think it will... I don't think gold ever appears with Quantanium. Yeah, it's an E-type. Alright then. Absolutely nothing in front of me. Oh well. Yeah, at this point I'm like, I'm just gonna pick up whatever comes along first. And it's like usable. And I hate that it resets my scanning zoom. Like you see how that when I'm zooming in, that scanning view, it changes the single strength because I'm focusing on that area. Useful stuff. And you do it with your scroll wheel. No, that's gonna be an E-type as well. Okay, we got one more clustered right beyond it. I wish I could just like run a probe for like 100-kilometer stretch of the Aran Halo, and it's gonna tell me like, oh, here is like a concentration of whatever. It's like, I like the way Elite is actually doing it, where you just probe the asteroid field, and it will give you like, oh, here is a high concentration of whatever. Go look here. Yeah, that was interesting. Nothing there. But obviously I think that's gonna come in once we have quantum probes and all that stuff. Where it's gonna give you like a reading of what is fine, you know, what you can find. There we go. But you know, we're gonna have to wait for that one. I mean, even if you just could do it on a ship, right? Yeah, you know what? I am also looking forward to the Orion, but I think we're gonna wait for years and years. I think that's gonna be like one of the very last ships that are gonna make it in. I think it's gonna be like Endeavor, Orion. Yeah, those two are gonna be like last. They're gonna like come in any capacity, basically, in my opinion. Just because of the sheer scale. Oh, these guys are not scannable. Why didn't I pick up that Bexlite when I found it? It's perfectly good Bexlite. Could have made some money. Could have been back already. Looks like there's another one further. Ooh, couple others right beyond these guys. These guys cannot be scanned, so I'm just gonna go over here. That's a nice cluster, but it's probably not gonna be Quantanium. I don't think I've actually ever seen like a cluster like this of Quantanium. Like I've seen like Terranite, Laranite, Agricium, all the other things, but okay. Let's see what we got. Are these things not scannable? Oh, fuck's sakes. Seriously? Okay. Can't scan it. Great. Interestingly enough, the mineable markers disappeared. It's kind of curious. Oh well. Search continues. There's 7 kilometers right there. Not bad.
Nyland, why are you still violently orbiting Crusader?
Because he wants to do it, and he's a strong and independent corpse who needs no reason to orbit Crusader at high velocity. Aluminum, that's no good. Yeah, the Orion is gonna be 100% very commercial, very difficult. You're gonna need. I think the crew on the Orion is actually not that big. I think it's like 10 people, so it's actually not that terrible in terms of crew requirement. But it is a capital ship, so there are gonna be costs associated with that.
I shouldn't be violently orbiting anymore. I've been rescued.
Quote unquote.
By real friends.
But it's
Did
it's
that
capital
rescue
ship.
involve a bullet
There are
to the
gonna
head?
be
It
expenses
did not actually.
with that.
Okay.
It's gonna
It
need
involved
probably
some-
it's gonna need
some
escorts.
punches, but
So, you know, but I agree with you. It's gonna take a bunch of people with a bunch of resources to manage it efficiently. But it's gonna be an excellent asset. Like if you have an Orion and you can just send it out into the middle of nowhere and just sit there for 2 weeks and mine, that's gonna be you're gonna make a lot of money. Especially if you manage to not damage it too much and not use up too much equipment and do it skillfully. You know, come on, give me some Quantanium. I'm here for Quantanium, for fuck's sakes. But I mean, at this point, it's like might as well pick up whatever. Come on, I believe in this one. This one will be Quantanium. There we go. All right. Let's see, here's one rock. It's scannable, that's a good sign. Carrying gold, diamond, nope. You know, right now I'm really regretting not picking up that Bexlite rock I found when I got here. I'm really regretting it. But I guess that's just part of the process. All right, can't scan it yet. Yeah, I mean, the thing with all capital ships, whether it's going to be the Polaris or the Idris or anything else, that's, basically kind of my rule of thumb on this is if it's larger than a Starfarer or a Hammerhead, it's going to need a support structure. It's very likely. I mean, it's my rule for military ships. If it's larger than a Hammerhead, it's not going to be able to make money on itself. That's my rule of thumb on military ships. It's a little different with industrial ships because they are built to generate income. But with military ships, the Hammerhead is the biggest military ship that is going to be able to make money for itself. Anything else, Idris, Polaris, everything bigger than that, you're going to need to have, if you're an org, you're going to need to have a significant amount of people doing mining and trading just to support military ships. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but that's the truth. And I think like the Orion might be an exception, also the Odyssey. Like you're still gonna have the exorbitant maintenance costs of military capital ships, but at the same time you're gonna be making quite a bit of money with it if you use it properly. But yeah, I agree, teamwork. And you will see a lot of orgs out there, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You will see a lot of orgs that they're like a mercenary org, and they're like, I don't know, 100-ish members. They're like, oh, we have 4 Polarises. They're like, cool. How are you gonna pay for those? You're not gonna be able to afford to bring them out of the hangar. I mean, sure, if you're a mercenary org and you're gonna have plenty of contracts where you're gonna be able to use those ships, sure, but it's gonna be just exorbitantly expensive. And you know, I don't think there are gonna be that many conflicts in Star Citizen or that many reasons to bring out a capital ship for combat, just because of the costs, really. Like, you know, everybody's like, oh, we're gonna have Javelin battles and Idris battles and Polaris battles all over the place. No, we're not. Like, nobody's gonna bring out a Polaris over a territory dispute. Like, the only time we're gonna see an Idris or anything bigger is when two major orgs, and major, I mean 3,000 members or more, are gonna be fighting over something important. Yeah, and you know, small orgs are fine. Like small org gameplay is satisfying. There is nothing wrong with small orgs, but it's just that if you are gonna want to be part of bigger things and bigger organized gameplay, you're either gonna have to also be a member of a larger org or be in cooperation with a larger org. Like, I have it easy. I'm an ADI. I will have all the major action I can ask for. So, but you know, everybody else who's not in one of the major, there we go, Quantanium 9%. Okay, I'm gonna take it because I am fed up with this bullshit. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of a major issue, and you know, it is what it is. All right, optimal range. There we go. I don't feel like the laser helped a whole lot. I mean, it dropped the instability a bunch, though. Yeah, I think you might have been right about the, yeah, I think you might have been right about the surge module. It's going up, though. Just a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of a... And you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with like a 50-man org running an Orion.
Please tell me that wasn't you.
No, nothing.
It just blew up?
Uh-huh.
No.
Why did you blow up?
I didn't blow up.
Well, what blew up?
I don't know. Something at PO. Not me, though.
No, things have a tendency to go boom around Porto, so I'm not that surprised, actually. But you know, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the 50-man org running an Orion. I think they could actually make it work perfectly.
All right, Nyland, get in. We're going shopping.
Where are we going shopping? What
But
start are you on?
if a 50-man org was to run an Idris or a Polaris, that wouldn't work. Because you need 20 people to run the cap ship. Then you would
Sorry, my
need
headset died.
20
What start are
people
you on?
to escort that ship, because you can't just send a cap ship alone.
I am not there anymore.
You need to
'cause
send
apparently
escort,
the
you know,
rings
escort
on
craft.
PO
And then
count
you're
as
gonna
solid
need a shit
objects
ton of
now.
people just making money for maintenance for when
The rings at PO have always
know,
counted
for
as
when
solid objects.
you're not
Were
gonna be
you
making
the one
money
that
with it.
blew up?
And you're not gonna be chasing
No,
bounties.
I was the second thing that blew up.
You're not gonna be chasing bounties with a Polaris.
The
Like,
holes in the rings
Polaris is
count
gonna
as
be for
solid
military
objects now.
campaigns, and
Oh,
we all know
what?
from history that
Yeah.
military campaigns don't pay money generally.
Okay.
Can't fly
unless you
over
can
to you and
steal
it
a
just
shit ton of
collided with an
something.
invisible something.
Hmm.
Like, oh, we overtook enemy mining outposts, and here is 3 million credits worth of mine stuff. Yeah, that's when you just made some money. It's not profit yet because you probably paid like 2 million credits in ammo, repairs, and other expenses. But you know, close enough. Yeah. And obviously that's an option. I think I'm actually gonna crack this because it has 6% of Borace. and a lot of people are, and that is actually another thing that I'm hearing a lot, is that, oh, I will hire NPCs to do it. But the problem, and it's a true statement, you will be able to hire NPCs to mob floors, and that's probably gonna be, and I think actually all, if you are gonna have a ground base, you're probably gonna have like automatically some NPCs on it to do like basic stuff. But I see a lot of people. This is 15% price. I'm gonna grab this because I think I only have one piece of Quantanium in here at all, so might as well pick up everything else that's valuable. But yeah, so I have a lot of people. I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm a solo player and I have a javelin. I'm like, well, how are you gonna use that? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna crew it with NPCs. I'm like, that's cool, but you're really relying on a mechanic that was proposed years ago. And all right, Tius, be an adult, unfortunately, and we will see you later. Good night, Tius. And you know, it's a mechanic that was discussed years ago, NPC crews, and we don't know what it's gonna look like. We don't know how it's gonna work, and there are already tons and tons of people relying on it. Like, oh, that's how I'm gonna run my fleet. This is Borace and Quantanium. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up this one because it has Borace, and I just want some because it's gonna pay well, even if the Quantanium goes to shit. And, you know, so that's, you know, for me, that's an awful lot of relying on something that doesn't exist yet, and that might change. That's why I'm perfectly happy with my. I think the most crew heavy ship I have is is either the MSR or the actually both of them have 3 crew members. So yeah, that's the most crew I can take on any of my ships. 3 people. So that's gonna be fairly easy. I would eventually like to get something bigger. I am really looking into the Starfarer right now because I like the refinery idea of it. I would like to be in that support role of refueling and refining for mining operations. So that's good. That's gonna be 6 people. Though I'm kind of waiting on how refining is gonna look like, or what refining is gonna look like, and the rework, because there's gonna be a rework of the Starfarer, and it's probably gonna be brought up to the modern standard of ships, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Because it looks good. I like the Starfarer. It just needs a little bit of love. That's all it needs right now. Okay, that's pretty good. But you know, we will see. I think the Starfarer rework is gonna be coming within the year, so for me that's acceptable amount of time to wait. Save up some money for that CCU. Huh, so that was the only Borace in there, huh? Quartz, Borace, Quantanium. Okay, so this one's also good. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna crack this, and then I'm gonna crack the other one because there are 2 Quantanium rocks in here, and they have Borace in them as well. So I'm just gonna crack those 2, pick them up, fly back to the refinery. That's what I'm gonna do here. All right. Huh? Why did the party disband again?
Because I don't have your pip. I didn't have your pip.
Interesting. Yeah, the party pips have been kind of weird recently. I'm actually really hoping that, because they have a PTU patch going right now with the anti-cheat.
Anti-cheat?
Yeah. And I'm hoping they're gonna be able to put out some fixes along with that. Okay, so there we go. 1 cracked. But I'm not really holding my breath. I'm hoping, but That's the best we can do sometimes, right?
Soon, TM.
Yep. I think that like I think the patch is gonna go out in like the next week or two. Because I believe they want to get the easy anti-cheat in as soon as possible for some reason. Don't understand why suddenly the urgency, but okay. It looks good though. Have you tried it? It adds a new splash screen on start. Like it replaces the yeah. Like you know how when you start the game you get the little screen that has the Star Citizen logo and like a city and a ship flying over it. So
Yeah.
it replaces that with a new one, and it looks much better. Because Easy Anti Cheat has a splash screen on whatever it's implemented on, and you can customize it basically. So it kind of actually changes the launch experience of the game. But you know what? I was actually surprised. I did not see that coming. Okay, time to start picking this shit up. Hey, 100% Contanium, nice. All right. What is this? No Contanium. Yeah, like I said, I don't understand why suddenly the urgency. Like there's very little reason for it in Star Citizen. Uh, maybe they have a reason. Maybe there's internally they have detected something going on and they would like to prevent it, or maybe they are just like trying to bring it up to some standard. Really don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I don't understand why now. It just kind of came out of nowhere for me. Okay, that was actually pretty useless. Okay, we got 14 minutes. Great. $14 minutes, 5 minutes to get back to the refinery, 3 minutes to run through the elevators. And that had some, I think that had some Contanium in it. That didn't. No Contanium either. Oh, this one has Contanium. Nice. 50%, that's not too bad. I think I'm just gonna like pick up the rest of the Boreas and stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's what I assumed. You know that they would want to do that before go live or close to go live. Okay, screw this. I don't have a whole lot of time on this Contanium, so I'm just gonna go. So that's what I would have assumed. So my current working theory is that they have been like detecting a lot more people using exploits and cheats. Well, not exploits, but cheats definitely. And because of that, they're implementing it. To be fair, I haven't met that many people who were cheating in this game. I haven't really met any hackers at any point in my life, I think. I had the devs mess with me at one point, but those were the devs. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what to tell you there. I'm sure there is a reason. Don't know what is the reason, but I'm sure there is one. Maybe they're just trying to secure things. Maybe it's a prerequisite for something else. We will never know. That's kind of the thing with CIGs that they often do features or like additions, and they don't really explain why. Really? EAC can do that? To be fair, I only skimmed the EAC documentation, so oh, well, that would actually explain it. Yeah, that would explain it quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I mean, okay. if they're making an effort to decrease the level of toxicity on Spectrum, why not, assuming EAC can do that, why not try to make that same effort in game, assuming EAC can monitor chat? Which I think is absolutely stupid, but well, whatever. Yeah. I wish they would tell us why are they doing it now, because now seems like a very weird time to be doing it. The one reason that I could see actually is that for whatever reason now it is easier to implement it than, 2 years from now. Well, yeah, you can't police behavior. You can't. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's very shady, and it's very shady because they're not telling us why they're doing it. And it doesn't need to be a lengthy explanation. All I really want is at this point kind of a short post from Spectrum mods or from Xylo maybe, explaining like why the sudden shift in modding policy on Spectrum and whether that ties into the EAC. Those are my two questions about that situation. I don't necessarily think the two are related in any way, but maybe they're part of the same agenda. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, if once EAC comes out and we see people getting muted or banned or whatever, then we know. Yeah, exactly. When they do it and we see an increase, then we know why they did it, basically. And at that point, that's just shady. I mean, it's not. What can you do at that? At that point, there's nothing you can do besides not playing the game anymore. Which nobody's gonna do because most of us are a couple $100 deep into this thing. We can speak out against it, but if they're doing it and they're not telling us about it, then they're probably not gonna stop doing it. That's kind of the underlying assumption there. Oh, for fuck's sakes, come on, just let me quantum, please. Well, they have shareholders. They have shareholders. They're just shareholders of CAG or Chris Roberts, and But yeah, like I said, I'm very curious to see what happens after EAC is in. All right, I think I have like. Come on, Theus. There's no reason. That was uncalled for, Theus. Well, how exactly? They're not just depending on their servers, they're depending on their game engine. That's problem number one, that Star Citizen is done on Lumberyard, and Lumberyard is an Amazon engine. So they can't. And the second thing is that Star Citizen runs natively on AWS servers. And you can't really go away from that because it's probably the only compute service or cloud provider service that can possibly run this game. I highly doubt you could run this on Azure. I'm pretty sure Azure would not support this, but I'm not an expert, to be honest. What does that leave you with? AWS? Or self-hosting, which is just going to be infinitely more expensive. I mean, sure, you're not going to be dependent on Amazon, but, They don't. their own engine is lumberyard, just redone. They're not gonna build their own engines. The star engine is lumberyard. It's lumberyard with decorations, basically. It's not gonna be a new engine. And it's just gonna support Vulcan, which I think lumberyard actually supports out of the box. So it's not that big of a deal, really. But I am looking forward to Vulcan support. Which, I mean, they keep pushing it off. So I'm like, you know, when it gets here, I'm not gonna believe that it's here, but I'm really looking forward to it because it's gonna improve so many things. Like, it's gonna be such a performance improvement over what we had until now. Alright. Let's go get this refined, and then I think I'm gonna... And I think at that point, I'm going to grab the 400i, fly the rest of the stuff to New Babbage. Because that's I think where I'm gonna need to be tomorrow anyways. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you get to the station and you just get to and you know, get through all the elevators. Come on. If my ship blows up while I'm trying to run through this place, I'm gonna be very mad. Like, I actually, like, measured it. And it takes like 3 to 4 minutes to get from your ship to the refinery. And it actually takes longer on the mole because the elevator is slow and you have to basically get out of the chair, walk, go down ladder, go down elevator. I wish they would actually do the airlock thing on the mole that they have on the raft. That's an amazing design feature on the raft. All right. Come on, come on. We're losing money. Run faster. Probably not easy in heavy armor, I know, but that's fine. We're gonna get there. Just keep breathing. All right. Yep. Yep. And it's not great, but it's not a full load, so...
I love it.
What?
The airlock on the raft.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sorry, my stream of you is obviously like a minute late.
Yeah, that's the kind of the thing with YouTube is that it is delayed heavily for some people. Like, for me, it's nothing. For people that are in Czech Republic, it's nothing. But anybody anywhere else, it just sucks.
Yeah.
I have one, and then I have one in 2 hours. And I think I might actually wait. Actually, no, you know what? Let's put it in the 400i. And let's go sell it. I just want to know how much I'm going to earn from this. Alright, work order delivered. Thank you. But yeah, the raft is actually very well designed.
Yeah, I love the raft.
Yeah. If I was if I wanted to do cargo hauling, I would actually consider it.
Yeah? A lot of
Quantanium,
people seem to think it's just a
you know, raw quantanium.
like a forklift.
It raw quantanium, it degrades, and when it
Working-
degrades all the way down, it explodes. But once it's
In
refined, it's
space
fine.
Cargo, lift.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be the intermediary between like a Hull C that can't land in the ground outpost or ground location. Basically,
Yeah.
like, yeah, oh, I need to offload, 10,000 SC of cargo. Okay, we're gonna send 50 rafts, and it's gonna be done. Since, it fits the containers and everything, so.
Yeah. But I mean, like, even with a raft, like, it's like almost 50 trips between a whole C or D. I don't remember which.
Oh yeah, but you're not gonna have one raft working that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I will. I will have one of that.
Well, yeah. No, I think it's a good ship. Yeah, out of the, it definitely like keeps the mold design. I like the design, mold design, and I like Argo design in general. And it has a lot of useful features. You know, it has the airlock. It has nice living quarters, nice big living quarters too. Like that's what I was surprised with. That the living quarters are actually very big and very comfortable. And you know,
You're
you have a full
L1,
armory.
aren't you?
Say again?
What station are you at right now?
I'm at Michael 1, and I'm flying to New Babbage.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I had a refinery order done, so I'm gonna take it to New Babbage, sell it.
Yeah, I was kind of stream sniping you, trying to get to the... No, not stream sniping you. I was trying to get to the same station as you, and for some reason I went to her L1.
Stream sniping? Banned immediately.
You know. Trying to get the same place as you.
I saw that you were jumping on me, and I thought you would arrive at some point.
Well, I was jumping on you where you were in the air on Halo.
True.
So I stopped mid-jump, because you were jumping to the refinery. And, rerouted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be taking off from Michael 1.
Yeah. How much longer are you gonna be streaming for?
Probably like just finish the cargo run.
Alright.
Actually running over a little bit, I think.
Yeah, you're streaming for a long time, man.
It was a good one. Lots of mining to be done. Alright, let's go to New Babbage. But you know, what do you think about it? The raft for what is it, $130? And you know, with the capability, that's a bargain. Like that's a good deal on 100 SC of cargo. But I think you know the real power of the raft is gonna come in when cargo containers and the cargo refactor is done. That's when it's gonna shine. Because when you think about, you know, you may be able, you know, you may have, you know, an MSR or a Taurus or something, but you can't load a standardized container on that. You will have to load box by box, one SCU by one SCU of cargo on that. And that's why I like the raft, because you know, you're gonna just load 3 things on it and you're done. That's it. You load 3 containers, done. You're done in 5 minutes. And it has a tractor beam that's gonna help you do that. So you're not gonna need to, you know, fuck around with anything else because it has a tractor beam. And I know it's disgraceful that I'm using my 400i as a cargo hauler right now.
I don't care.
But you know what? For like refinery runs, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, well, yeah. Exactly. I mean, so obviously, you know, if you have a ship where you can load a shit ton of... Yeah, that is exactly what can happen to you when you mine Quantanium. But generally speaking, you're not going to be 15 minutes away from a refinery, especially if you're out there trying to pick up Quantanium. All right, let's get this sail done. Oh, it's actually daylight at New Babbage. Nice. I thought it was I thought it would be nighttime. And like, and I really every time I go to Microtech, and I've been hanging around Microtech a lot recently. I just do a lot of missions here right now, and just trying to try some reputation stuff and whatnot. The clouds I can't wait for CAG to do the clouds on every planet. It looks amazing. Until I saw it on Microtech, I never realized how much it was missing from everything. Like, and we had, we had the flat clouds. It was the cloud layer, looked like clouds. But now that we finally have proper volumetric clouds, it just clicked for me. Like, oh, I had no idea we needed this at any point during this whole thing. But now I know, and now I can't wait for it to happen in other places too. And if my quantum drive wouldn't go stupid, that would be great. Really? Do they look different on different graphics cards? I actually didn't know that. I mean, I guess it depends. Yeah, I guess it really depends on what level of detail you have on them. I know Orison looks very different when you start messing with the cloud details, because I experimented when Orison came out, but I didn't really test it with Microtech. But now that you told me, I actually might, just to see what it looks like for other people. Really? And I know that Orison definitely looked different. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Normally I would land in the commons and walk in, but since I'm gonna be logging off here, I might as well store my ship. So it's purely like, yeah, if I was just coming in to drop off stuff, yeah, I would just land at the commons. But now that I'm actually like dropping it off, oh come on, Nyland, stop shitting on everything. Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed?
It looks like a can opener. It shouldn't fly. I was only okay with it when it was, the April Fool's joke.
Can opener.
Yeah, can opener.
Yeah, I see it. GTX 630. Damn.
Should just go out the side if you're gonna park it.
Say again?
Oh, I could have just gone out the side rather than, down the stairs.
True. Them's fighting words. Yeah, don't mind Nylon. He's just being grumpy. He's just being grumpy. It's okay. Like he spent the entire stream trying to clear cramps.
Personally, I think they shouldn't use actual active concept ship for an April Fool's joke.
Well, when you think about it, the 400i had been leaked months before that.
Yeah. I think they should have changed it up though,
Yeah, that's true. But I think at that point when they did this April Fools and when it was leaked, I think at that point it was almost done. So they couldn't really do much about it. Besides full redesign, maybe. But that's just me.
Yeah, it's just you.
I mean, I still like the ship. Definitely an upgrade from the Cuddy Black, but honestly, if it didn't come out, I would have CCU'd my Cuddy Black to the Raft instead of CCUing it to the 400i. Because the Raft kind of would be also satisfying for me. Lovely non-rendered armor. Beautiful. There we go. Now it rendered. Took a good minute. Yeah, yeah, sweet. Alright, so let's see how much I actually earned. So it's a little bit of Quantanium and then some useless stuff, so it's probably not going to be much. The real income is going to be tomorrow when the 3 orders that I was working now are done. Or, the day after that, because I have 2 hours on one, and then I have like a day and 3 hours and a day and 2 hours, so... Also, is it just me, or have they like drastically shortened the time you have on pad?
I feel like they have shortened it, yeah.
Because I feel like every time I go to New Babbage, I land and I don't even make it to the commons and they're already storing my ship. I mean, could it be just because there's more traffic at New Babbage right now? Because I haven't really been anywhere else since the expo started. But like New Babbage and Tressler, they seem to be very quick about storing ships. This is gonna be commons? I think this is commons, right? Yes. Purple is commons. You know what I would like to know? Are the IAE signs gonna be around until 316?
I bet they will be.
I think last year they were around until the next major patch. That's actually kind of one of the things that I don't understand about CAG, is that they commit to a firm date for the IAE knowing that the patch required for it is not ready. And then it's buggy and unstable, and everybody's mad, and then they don't fix it. So I would much rather they say like, oh, IAE is gonna be sometime in November when the patch is ready. And then it gets delayed, it gets delayed. It doesn't get delayed, it doesn't get delayed. And they like announce it like a week out, let's say. Don't have to announce it like, what was it, 3 months? Alright, let's see how much money we earned yesterday, or part of the money.
I find it amusing.
Yeah, well, we can't have it all, right? Hey, well, 38,000. It's not bad for 377 units of Quantanium. I mean, it is 88 alpha UEC a piece, so it's pretty good, actually. And the rest of this is just, like, worthless. Like, the thing about the Orion and the Odyssey is that at that scale, it will actually be profitable to mine things that you normally don't pick up, like titanium, quartz, that kind of stuff, because that stuff is also going to be needed in the industry, but it's just not profitable enough for a small miner to pick up. And that's what I find exciting about mining and further refining and stuff, and especially when we're gonna have starfarers as refinery ships. You're gonna take a starfarer, take 4 prospectors, and you're just gonna mine. And you're gonna mine for a couple hours. You're just gonna offload stuff into the refinery on the starfarer, and you're gonna be able to pick up non-valuable stuff as well. It's not gonna be that much of a problem for you because you just can. Because you can refine it, get rid of some of the volume, and then sell it, in quantity. And once dynamic economy is a thing, it's going to be needed somewhere for something, and someone's going to want to buy it. That's why I'm looking forward to refining. Black, I've been saying this ever since Invictus started. Like, ever since the first Invictus, I've been saying, don't commit to a date unless you have a polished patch ready. So, like, okay, let's do a patch. Let's let it, sit for a week, see if it's good. If it's good, okay, we're going ahead with a free fly event. But CIG they're doing a lot of crunch, and they know that they gotta deliver, and they like to commit to dates on things, even though they should not be committing to dates on things. And that's why we get there. And they're learning, they're polishing things a little more before they release them. It's a slow process. Eventually, they're gonna learn. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take them probably 2-3 more years. Good thing is this game is gonna be around for a very long time, so they have plenty of time. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for tonight. I think we actually overshot the usual stream time about half hour, which is not too bad. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all coming out and talking to me and having fun with me. As always, keep an eye out for the videos. Keep an eye out for stream announcements. Keep an eye out for armory updates. We had 2 armory updates in the last 2 days. Just keep an eye out for that. And go follow Nylon on Twitch. Nylon, shoot your Twitch link into the chat. See if the bot shoots you down.
Sure.
Yeah, go watch Nylon on Twitch. He streams sometimes. He's another fellow ADI streamer. Theus as well. So go check those guys out. They're pretty cool. Good times. They do different things than I do. So if you like watching Star Citizen, with that being said, that's gonna be it for tonight. Again, thank you all. I appreciate all of you. See you next week, or see you on Friday with the short, or on Monday with the video. See you on Discord. Join the Discord. Fly safe. Have a good night, and I will see you in the verse, guys. Good night.